Welcome everybody to the first rounds of Tide's Wrath, sponsored by
Radiant Team
TT
Ban.
Esports and hosted by Southern Cross Dota. And this is Tonders, and joined with me, as always, the Evil Twig.
Hello, hello. I kind of think that this game's going to be interesting. Invidious, they're not the most experienced, they're kind of new. They've been playing for a long time, but you know, they do have a stand-in, and the rosters have been changing slowly over the time that they've been playing. So I kind of think that they're kind of a new team just because of the roster changes that they've had, but Team No Chance.
I know that Invidious' stand-in is actually quite a good player, so KQT is pretty decent. Captain of another team that we casted on the weekend.
Is it, it's not Seraphic Nexus, is it?
No. It was, remember in the AWC, we casted
Yeah.
that team that was dominating everybody.
I can't remember what team he's in, but...
Mobility
well.
Gaming's captain.
Oh, yeah.
But that's him. And just to give everyone updates on how the tournament's going so far, we can so there's three games played yesterday. We had Mate and 6 versus Fresh Fish, and Mate and 6 got ahead in that one, 2-0. Rests beating TOA 2-0 as well, and Yellow Solo Mid going 2-1 up against Solution. And of course you can always find the brackets at the Southern Cross Dota website. All your information about Tide's Wrath will be there. But Twig, draft's underway. One of the most exciting parts of the game. This is where games are decided on how the pace is going to go.
There's no Batrider, there's no Naga, but Outward Devourer is in the pool, and Team No Chance like to run a greedy lineup. So I'm really interested to see that, you know, instead of the Outward Devourer ban, they ban the Abaddon.
Yeah, it's they must know something we don't. They might want to be playing really aggressive, because I don't think we've casted Team No Chance a few times now, and I don't think they've picked an Abaddon as of yet, from memory. But who knows? They could have been screaming against each other, and Abaddon could have been a bit of a thorn in the side of Invidious, and actually first pick Windrunner. So a little bit of stepping outside the meta right now with the bans and the picks. A lot of good heroes getting through the pool.
I think Team No Chance will love this. They have the opportunity to pick up a Visage, they could pick up a Nyx Assassin, even a Wisp is optional for them. They could pick a whole bunch of things that could potentially combo. Any item, any hero that can maybe eventually pick up a MKB is good as well, and that's the Weaver and the Visage, so there you go. The MKB holder on the Weaver potentially, if he wants to go for that in the very late game, which gives him the true attack damage, which means that he's never going to miss the Windrunner, even if Windrunner uses the Windrun. But that is the very late game idea that I have in mind for Team No Chance, and I'm sure they are thinking the same thing.
I'm sure they'd also like to finish it as early as possible. They like to go for this Earthshaker support as well. Have you got your in-game mic turned on?
I do indeed.
You do? Okay. We just had a message from an admin that maybe ours isn't turned on. But I'll just double check mine. I did have mine turned on.
I'll turn mine off and on, and then mine is indeed on.
Yeah, mine seems to be working all fine. But yeah, like you said, you've the Weaver, such a strong carry in at the moment, just because of his survivability as well in the early game. He's got the Zakuchi as well as the time lapse. Very hard to get your hands on that slippery little gypsy, but we'll have to see what Invidious do. We'll have to see what they pick. They can pick an OD right now and then ban out some of the big counters to him, if they if they see fit to do that.
The great thing about Windrunner is this Shackle Shot actually goes through Lincolns if you use it on a creep rather than on the Weaver. You don't actually have to target the Weaver, and if Weaver is the second target that gets shackled, then you're going to win a team fight just off the back of that. But Outward Devourer, so here you go, Razor ban immediately, and Team No Chance. Wonder if they're going to go for a aggressive roaming support combo now.
Oh, there's the OD, and they ban out the Razor straight away. So they take the opportunity to get an advantage in that middle lane off the bat. But really, there's a few heroes that can do pretty well against OD. You've got Kunkka, Razor's banned out, well, we might see that Kunkka burn out in the 4 slot if they're really aiming for that mid lane. But there's a few other heroes that can still do okay. You've got the Lone Druid that, of course, that doesn't come out ahead, but he can last hit okay, and there's a Viper ban, so they give Kunkka over to Team No Chance.
Kunkka or even Troll Warlord. I think Troll Warlord one of the stronger heroes in the pool at the moment to deal with the Outward Devourer. Apart from maybe the Razor. Razor, just a strong hero in general. Carries a late game. Doesn't really need that many items, just maybe needs to get a bit tanky, and he has nuke damage, and nobody wants to focus him really just because of that unstable current. Is that the third ability, this passive that he has?
Yeah, that movement speed increase. Just you start mowing down people. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Vroom vroom. Rubik ban from No Chance, and 4th ban coming up. They're taking a while to think about this. Maybe looking to ban out a support.
Well, they have first pick, so they have opportunity to block out 2 more supports, but they end up banning the Nakes. They didn't want to first that. Usually the Nakes doesn't do so well against Weaver, but I guess they just didn't want to have to deal with that magic immunity, and that's why they picked the Nyx Assassin.
Nyx Assassin. Nyx.
You can also mid against OD as well. Mana burn, too strong.
Yeah, that mana burn.
Well, we'll have to see. It looks like Team No Chance going with their aggressive style. I wouldn't be surprised if they still pick up their Earthshaker. They really like that hero, and put that Nyx Assassin mid. Even though Visage Nyx combo is really nice dual support, I have a feeling Team No Chance are going to be some sneaky, do some sneaky drafting here. What does Invidious need?
Invidious, they need supports, they need a carry, and they need control of the map. So they need to essentially maybe get another hero that's kind of similar to the Windrunner in the fact that she has the ability to counter push, she has an escape, and she also has a stun. I think maybe it has to be a ranged support, but they pick up the Clockwork, which is a little bit more control, as I said. He has nuke, he has the ability to clear creep waves from afar, and Kunkka immediately picked up after the Nature's Prophet from No Chance, so draft getting underway. 5th ban's going to come up. This kind of seems like the time where teams are actually taking more time thinking about what they want to do is through these bans rather than what they're actually picking.
Well, Clockwork, a known counter to Furion. Straight away, Team No Chance pick it up. They're pretty confident in that hero, in that pick. I think who's their offlane? Usually Ruby Phoenix. So they're confident in Ruby Phoenix and not getting destroyed by the Clockwork. And they pick the Kunkka just so they don't have to ban it. I think that was the main thing. And Kunkka works fine in a tri lane. They can still go aggressive as well. They can have Windrunner support with Kunkka +1 in an aggressive. That'll be pretty lethal.
Was it Ruby Phoenix playing or Magic Man that was the offlane? I know Magic Man plays the Weaver all the time, but
I think don't we see Ruby Phoenix playing the Elder Titan usually in the offlane? But yeah, we'll have to see who picks what and goes to what lane. Looking like at the moment we're gonna have. I don't think Team No Chance should aggressive try. I think Furion can do well enough just by blocking up the supports pools with these trees for the first few minutes and then rotating into the jungle, and of course getting up that Hand of Midas and then snowballing into the Furion that we all know and love. Rat Nato.
Invidious, they have potentially 4 cores right now. They have a Windrunner, Outward Devourer, Clockwork, and Kunkka, so they need a hard support at this point. Something that's tanky, something that doesn't die very quickly. A Crystal Maiden, not a great idea, as it's been banned out already, but Squishy doesn't deal well with Soul Assumption or the Nyx Mana Burn and the stun. Vendetta just rips through her health with the Wrath of Nature as well from Nature's Prophet, so I'm thinking maybe they're looking to pick up something like a Jakiro for Invidious.
Yep.
I think that could be okay.
That sounds like that could work. I think Team No Chance here going to pick up their mid hero. Puck's still in the pool. All the big heroes are really in the pool. It was just then again it could be okay. Shadowfiend versus OD mid. The age-old lineup of does Shadowfiend get a good start?
Yeah, this is the second time they've done this tournament, I believe, and they lost in the qualifiers with the Shadow Fiend. I hope I'm not getting this mixed up with another team, but I think they did. They tried to run it and they just lost hard. The Shadow Fiend just got absolutely slaughtered, but they're trying to do it again. You know, Shadow Fiend isn't agility based, so he'll be able to get last hits. The problem is he won't really be able to spam those razors to get last hits against an outward Devourer who's going to take all of your intelligence and a jungler.
Enigma.
So
Full greed mode.
Invidious deciding to play passive and trying to beat Team No Chance at the style that they're best at, which is this greedy get farm on all the heroes and kill you.
Well, yeah, I'm hoping it really matters on this mid lane. If OD can shut down the Shadow Fiend, then that's going to create space for Invidious's other cores to farm up and get their items up, get that mech on Enigma, maybe 4-star on Windrunner. Maybe the other way around. You could get a mech on the Windrunner and maybe go for that first item, Blink Dagger, full pub mode for the Enigma. I love that. And I just remembered that Enigma got picked. Oh yeah, Black Holes. For those of you that are new to the cast, whenever Enigma gets picked, me and Twig, whenever he casts Black Hole on the fight, we put our hands in the air and scream Black Hole. So feel free to join.
When that happens, you got to drink as well.
Yeah.
Drinking game.
Well,
whenever there is a black hole.
We'll have to get onto that one day soon. But looks like for now, changed to overlay. Game is paused. Was there a reason?
They paused for you. There wasn't a reason, but yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'll go over the lineup of Invidious because I have
their G. Yep.
a friend in this team, the Eternal Triangle. Met him through pubs. Good guy. Pretty much always plays Priestess of the Moon. This is the first time I've seen him play something different. Well, actually, second time I should say. But at the top lane we have Standard KQT on the Enigma, Tyrant X on the Outward Devourer, Admiral Kunkka on the Admiral Kunkka, going top with an awesome hat, and the Eternal Triangle, Windrunner, and last but not least, Clockwork. And he's being controlled by Bloodlock.
So they're all running top. Looks like they might even do an aggressive try, but I'll run through No Chance real quick before they decide to engage. We've got Magic Man on that Weaver. Back in mid lane, Akira's got his hands on the Shadow Fiend. Lad Joe is on the Nyx Assassin. Back in base, we got two dudes chilling. Emster's on the Visage, and Ruby Phoenix does have that Furion. And looks like, yeah, he's sending Trance down, do some scouting. There was no wards actually placed by Invidious in this 5-man roam top. The wards are now on Clockwork. He has some. He must have put. Is that a support Clockwork?
Shout out to Honshin. It could be a support. Has he pulled?
Because
he pulled the wards.
Yeah, he's pulled a lot of people.
Did he? Who did he pull?
Maybe mid.
Mid isn't pulled.
No.
The Coyotes were bought by Enigma.
Maybe he bought Courier.
Regen up on him. Yeah, he must have bought the Courier and the wards.
In the woods, yeah. So
dual lane top. This is really interesting.
well,
And a creep has been denied as well by the Enigma.
it's solo Kunkka, and Furion's abandoning the lane off the bat, so that's actually going to work out quite well for that Kunkka. He's going to get free farm until Furion decides to go down. And even when Furion does decide to go down, Furion can't handle the Tidebringer harassment. So I like that pick. While we have a dual mid to start off, there's already a mana burn being used in mid lane, and Tyrant only has half of his mana gone already. Kira actually getting 5 last hits in that first wave. He's got 5 Necromancy.
If he gets this one, he's going to have max souls at level 1 pretty soon. 12 souls is the max. That is pretty rough for this Outward Devourer.
And there goes the mana. Can't even Astral Imprisonment anymore. This is the chance for the Shadow Demon to shine. I mean the Shadow Fiend. And just had enough mana for that Astral Imprisonment. But Nyx Assassin didn't have anything up. He was just scaring. He's been a little bit of a nuisance for this mid lane.
And that's how to deal with the Outward Devourer in the first couple of minutes. You give your mid lane a lot of farm, and look at this, 12 souls, plus 27 damage already on the Shadow Fiend. He's got this Wraith Band up. And he's going to have a really fast bottle. He's been pulled 3 tangos.
Well, I really like this. If you pick a Shadow Fiend and you send him mid, I always prefer if you do sit him maybe for that first 1 to 2 waves as a support, just so he does get those those souls up, and then you can leave him be, because comparing the damage at the moment, they're pretty neck and neck. They're close, and that's what you want with the Shadow Fiend in mid. You want it to be a little bit closer, but ooh, invis on clock. Is he going to get a good cog placement? But do they have enough damage? Tyrant,
Oh, mid lane.
100. He pops his salve. Akira. There is a battery assault here, and bit of a missed. Oh, it was only just 1 second. Akira, he needs to get away from this.
He's going to get out.
200 health, but yeah, not enough damage. Too many creeps around. Unfortunately, when you've got only level 1 battery assault and there's a creep wave, you're not going to do that much damage. But Tyrant, getting given a little bit of space. He's got 8 last hits to 11 of Akira, so he's not hugely far behind. But I think Shadow Fiends probably snowball a little bit quicker and harder than the OD. Ball's coming
All of
out.
the players this game deciding to just kind of mess with the mid lane, try and make it easier for their own mid player to get those extra last hits, get a little bit ahead earlier. And now both teams have kind of dabbled in it and not gotten any kills, just kind of slowed them down, been a hindrance. Level 3 on the Shadow Fiend, level 3 on the Outward Devourer, pretty much even on experience. As you can see, the creep waves, same amount of creeps. So Tyrant X doing a really good job to keep up on experience, making sure that he doesn't fall too far behind. As soon as this Shadow Fiend gets level 5, it's going to be very hard for this Outward Devourer to stay in lane if he is not level 5 himself. That level 3 Astral Imprisonment is just so powerful to deal with the mana of any enemy hero, but if he gets behind, then this level 3 raise coming out from this level 3 Shadow Raise coming out from the Shadow Fiend just hurts so much. 225 damage per raise.
Well, just before they start, big shout out to the sponsors again. G gets called, but just quick, TT Esports. Awesome for donating all the prizes, and go have a look at the prizes. Go look on the Southern Cross Dota website, and all the information will be at click away for you. But the game is underway. Mid lane. There's still walking careers. There you go, it's flying. Got to be a bit careful. Don't want to lose those careers. I was just looking at the Enigma in the downtime. He's gone the full greed mode, buying a Ring of Basilis off the bat, as well as some clarities for himself. Full greedy. So I wonder if we will see that Blink Dagger coming up from him.
Enigma in the jungle. Enigma in the jungle.
Wow.
I'm gonna turn you into my demon children. Yeah, sorry, but
no, it's all good. Everyone loves a little bit of
had to do it.
Twig laughing music.
22 last hits on Kunkka.
Yeah, he's last hitting pretty well compared to the Weaver, but the Weaver has had a Windrunner in the lane. Weaver's got 17 to 5 to the 23 to 15 of Kunkka, so he's denying really well, making sure these creeps aren't going under tower, making it harder for him to last hit. And I wonder if do we see a conventional build, or since he's got free farm, do we see maybe possibly a Hanamitis from Kunkka?
Hanamitis, I think personally I prefer the phase boots early, going for 2 levels of X and maxing out your torrent. Just so you can be a little bit more aggressive early, try and shut down that Shadow Fiend. If this Shadow Fiend gets hit by a level 2 X and gets hit by a level 4 torrent, there's no way you're going to survive that. As soon as Kunkka is level 6, you can actually have all of these skills up and running, but he's decided to go for 3 levels of Tidebringer, which means that his kill ability, his kill power in the
mid lane, I think Tyrant's about to lose all his mana, and there goes the raise, and he almost got killed! 19 health! Holy dooly, that was close. Bottle being shared around, was able to get Nyx Assassin up to full mana. OD having to go back to base after that one. He's struggling.
Not actually getting any kills, just trying to be as annoying as possible, really. Slowing down the enemy heroes and just being a hindrance, as I said before. Missing out on a couple of creeps here in the mid lane, but it's not the end of the world. At least he didn't die.
Yeah, at least he didn't die. That's the main thing. First blood still hasn't been spilled. 5 minutes in. This Nyx assassin is just doing a really good job roaming around the map, spamming this mana burn on all the heroes, making sure that there is no potential for those first bloods. A lot of Invidious's damage is magic at the moment, but if you don't have mana to cast it, then you're not going to be able to kill people. And I'm wondering if there's going to be some action on top lane. Visage trying to do the old wrap around, the sneaky roo. Might see a Grave Chill. Mlaj, is he going to get the stun off? No, he doesn't. He doesn't decide to impale. Just keep spamming that level 2 mana burn. It's so annoying. Such an annoying play. Meanwhile, mid lane, Odie's back, and he's got full mana now. So, Shadow Fiend picking up a DD rune on top, probably asking for the Nyx to come back and start spamming again. Well, is that a push on bot lane?
It is a push on bot lane, but the Conqueror has gone for a Ring of Health, so the damage might not even be there. You need to get the Eidolons up. Conqueror missing out on a few. Actually, hasn't missed any last hits yet, but no, he's not actually going to miss any last hits. But
oh, he might.
No face
the
boots.
Tidebringer might stuff this one up. Yeah, there you go. There's first one gone. If he'd had phase boots, that would have been he still would have got those creeps. But I'm interested to see what item he wants to go now. Is it a helm?
Helm of the Dominate.
Or a Vanguard?
I have no idea. Actually, Midas coming up on
Furion.
Furion.
7 minutes
quick,
in.
Midas.
400 gold as well to boot. So he got that. I think the career was in use in mid lane. So he did have it earlier. And there is an Nyx assassin. Being annoying, there was a Radiant ward that spotted out the rotation up on top. So they did see him coming.
Shadowfiend has Treads, double damage rune, and is that all that's on the courier?
His treads on the career.
Yeah, the gloves of haste, and
Gloves of
that's
haste.
the finish up of his treads.
Yeah, he's got the Band of Elven skin there. So treads now up on Akira, and probably going to work towards that BKB rush. If he can get it up around 13-14 minutes, then he'll be doing pretty well for himself. And
Push is going to be coming up bottom again. They have a catapult this time. Maybe it'll be a different story.
So it was a little bit more prepared. And is there going to be defense? The Furion, Wrath of Nature goes out, but he's staying up here. He does have teleportation off cooldown, but it doesn't look like he's going to come down. There are actually arcane boots on the Enigma. Usually we don't see any boots get built on Enigma.
Kunka's missed out on a lot of creeps because of this push. He's sitting on 48. That is a lot, but he has missed out on a few, which is quite unfortunate for him. They really need to get this tower. If they don't get it, then
Who's rotating?
it's a lot of wasted time. The Nyx assassin is rotating, and
they're going to get it in time. Yeah, it looks like the first tower of the game goes to Invidious on bottom. Enigma gets the last hit. And mid lane, Razors and DD harassment out onto Tyrant. Tyrant, you got to get out of there, buddy. He's trying to juke. He jukes around to the right.
oh wow.
He actually
Nice
leveled up
juke.
Sanity as a clip.
First
And
blood got no way, go
whoa,
bottom.
Kunkka. Looks like there was
Tyrant.
no X
Dodges.
either.
Is there a
Ruby
sprout?
Phoenix
There's no
TP's in.
sprout.
No, he hasn't leveled it up. He's level 7. He doesn't have Sprout. Full greed mode from Furion, and he does have to just walk out at the end of the day. But I didn't expect that Nyx to get caught out on bottom. Whoa,
Down.
Tyrant, you are not that tanky right now. Careful, buddy. Careful.
And Enigma doesn't have enough mana to actually do anything. So I'm glad that this Outward Devourer didn't actually get caught out of position. Thank goodness for that. Top lane, Visage looking to get some damage on the.
There goes the Grave Shield, but the Wind Run used, and they're safely out of here. It's an interesting dual lane. You've got the clock to provide clogs, and then the Wind Runner's got the Wind Run. So it's a really hard lane to kill. Well, it looks like I saw. Is he going to hit another? No, he misses the next torrent. He sent 3, got 2 out of 3 so far, and resulted in that first kill. He must have hit a torrent onto the Nyx assassin and was able to get the Enigma in range for his Malefice. We haven't seen Black Hole yet. Doesn't have enough mana for it.
Oh man, Kunkka is rushing a Shadowblade. He hasn't gone for boots at all.
Well, there was a game yesterday that we call mid lane, Malefice goes out. Is there enough DPS here? Down goes the Sanity's Eclipse, but the full mana of Shadowfiend was too much. There's no orb damage yet.
Oh wow,
Is there going
still
to be
diving.
rotations? There's the
Still
TPs.
diving.
Akira actually turns this around. Tyrant You
You've
need
already
to
used
run
your
out of there.
X-rays.
Oh, and there's the Sprout. He's leveled it up now. That's a dead OD.
Now Shadow Fiend sitting on 28 souls, picking out the courier. Are they going to get it? They're going to get the courier.
Oh no, down goes the
They didn't
career.
miss-
Items for everybody. What was on it? Did we see?
I have no idea, but everyone got items, so
So yeah,
that's
good
the
stuff.
important thing, right?
That's all that matters right now. Everyone got items. Well, OD just being too keen, diving that mid lane, and Shadowfiend actually picked up a DD after all that. So he's back in mid, back to farming. 1400 gold up on him. And Kunkka, are you way out of position here? Gets Sprout. He has no mana left, and the birds are up and running on Emstar. Way too much damage. Kunkka goes down. Two good rotations out of the no chance supports, and of course they have a Furion as well. So Invidious need to be careful. They can't be lax just yet.
The problem with pushing this tier 1 tower at bot lane is the fact that Kunkka, with the max Tidebringer, he's always going to be pushing out to lane, which pretty much always put him in an unsafe position to farm if he wants to farm a lane. He kind of needs to farm push out to the lane to about here, and then go back and farm the jungle for a bit, and then come back when the lane is pushing back towards the tower. Otherwise, he's going to get caught way out of position by a Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin level 6 now, so it's just getting more and more dangerous.
He's got that
for this
Vendetta
Kunkka.
up.
He has the Vendetta.
Well, the supports for Invidious only level 4 on Clock, and Enigma is level 8. So there's the trade. But Clock really needs to get his hookshot online to be able to make a big impact into this game, because his team's going to need it. And as you can see, like already in this bottom half of the map, there is 3 heroes on Team No Chance, and another rune picked up by Akira. He's had brilliant rune control this game, and there's the Ogre Club. He buys that up, and it looks like Enigma also had an Ogre Club in him. Yeah, it looks like he's going for a quick BKB, which is understandable. Get those
Nyx
max
Assassin, realizing
channels.
that there isn't a rune up there, he just counter-warded it. Now he's going to go for Tyrant X.
Oh,
Here's
Tyrant.
the Vendetta
Tyrant gets initiated
misses
on, but
the
he misses
stun.
the impale, and he actually well, he didn't solo Thompson, but there goes the ultimate. Are we seeing the Sprout? The Sprout? The
Tyrant
Sprout.
X, are you going to
No.
get away?
Where's the Shackle? It's on
Shackle on
cooldown.
cooldown.
Tyrant X does die. There's a haste rune on Akira. He's on the run out. He gets power shotted. Bloodlock doesn't have his hook shot up yet, and it looks like Shadowfiend's going to get out unscathed.
Oh, that was manly play by Shadow Fiend.
And double impale. Enlarge. They have a ward there, yeah. The pings go out. He knows there's a ward there now. But, wow.
The question is, did he know that Shackle was on cooldown? Because if he did it, then that's just downright dumb play, but not being brilliant.
Yeah, it looks like they might have... I didn't see, did he shackle someone in mid, or was it on top before he TP'd in?
I have no idea. I really have no idea, but
Yeah,
the ultimate, I mean, the stun from Nyx missing at the start, and it pretty much forced the courier on the Shadow Fiend to dive really far with the haste rune.
Well, I think that with the haste rune, the Shadowfiend felt that he was confident enough to be able to do that and get out, and he showed us that he could do it. And still no deaths on that Shadowfiend yet. 1-0-1, 14 minutes in. The Shackle doesn't latch, but look at the gold graph here. 3k gold lead, about 4k experience lead in the way of the Dire. Slightly ahead in this game. It's not over by the far stretch of the imagination. There's still the big wombo that Invidious carry with their Enigma and their Kunkka, as well as Clock as soon as you get some levels. Oh, Emster, what are you doing? You're so far out of position. Torrent misses though. The birds are doing a lot of damage to Enigma, and there goes the Soul Assumption, as well as the Fury on Ultimate. And are they going to get Emster? He dodges the boat, but yeah, down he goes. The birds are still here doing DPS. There's no Shadow Blade up yet. He did actually finish a Perseverance, so this build is... he's going for a ring... He's going for a... Battle Fury. Wow, and the birds... Are they going to get a kill here? Where's the backup?
Damage is reset.
Oh, Ruby Phoenix. Is there going to be a TP out? You need a TP out. You get out of there. Yeah, ETPs. And top lane, Weaver's diving a little bit. He gets Astral imprisoned and turns around.
Nyx Assassin coming in from behind.
And he actually got the tower. And the
Hurt
fortification...
now, and I think it's this Outward Devourer.
Oh, who's here? That's a Nyx. He didn't actually use Vendetta, but Clockwork cogs his own hero in there. He's not going to be pretty happy about that. Weaver getting... Well, Furion actually TP'd up to get the kill. And double kill for him. More items. Give me a gift. Getting what he wants.
Congratulations for Give Me a Gift.
And mid tower went down as well at the same time. This greedy lineup of Invidious is slowly not working out for them.
Yeah, it's funny, we talked to Invidious last night about what they should do. They asked us questions about how they think they should play.
Oh, Shackle doesn't latch, but the Torrent does. Magic Man he doesn't have enough mana for time lapse, but he can just Sakuchi out of there. He is safe as a cucumber.
But yeah, we essentially told them to play not so greedy and try and be aggressive, and look at what they've done.
Yeah, they did exactly what we told them not to do, and then
they did exactly the oppostet. But Nyx Assassin wrapping around.
Vendetta, is he going to hit it? He decides to use Impel instead, and that's going to be enough. The burst damage of the Razors, too much there, and the Soul Assumption's out. They have vision of the birds. Is the birds going to stun? There it is, cancelling the TP. The clock does get the Shadow Fiend in here. He can't actually get the Requiem of Souls off, and there's the Black Hole!
Black Hole, top 3!
Amster! He's going to live after all that. Tyrant does go down to the Weaver. The bird's still here. Full man wipe. Unfortunately, that black hole wasn't good enough. And they're going to get a tower as well for their troubles.
Mercuria buying up his item before he dies, so he's got his BKB anyway. So he won't be too sad about that. The only thing that he did lose was 18 of his souls. But you can get them back pretty quickly if you just go to the jungle and clear a couple of the creep waves.
Well, this game's slowly getting out of the grasp of Invidious. That 12k gold lead all of a sudden and a 12k experience lead. 17 minutes into the game, it's going to be hard to come back, but they have the team that can do it. We saw they had a lot of damage just then, but they didn't have all their heroes up. Kunkka was still dead, and Kunkka is their right-click damage.
Kunkka doesn't even have a full item yet. Doesn't have face boots, doesn't have battle fury. 17 minutes in, so he's... you need to have an impact no matter what hero you are, pretty much at some point in the game. Hopefully he does end up being a really big powerhouse, maybe 25 minutes in, but at the moment, not really seeing the damage.
Yeah, he hasn't got enough just yet. While Furion actually building towards a, he has his Shadow Blade up and he's building towards that Orchid, so that he does have that disable for the Enigma, who's still a long way off BKB. Maybe almost 1400 gold now. Well, yeah, Ruby Phoenix rotating top. Actually, just gonna split push. There's 2 levels up in Wrath of Nature. Probably save it for the team fight. Akira does get shackled. Are we gonna see a follow up here? The Malefice goes out onto Ermstad. The Torrent's there. Here comes the boat, but the BKB has to get wasted. But down goes Visage. Absolutely destroyed, but saving his mate.
Kill secured. Nyx Assassin rotating in. There's no sentry wards down anywhere.
Everyone's getting the hell out of dodge. So yeah, they're going to avoid the Nyx Assassin this round over, and the bottom tower goes down. Denied by Tyrant. Weaver's on the hunt though. Are we going to see a
Lincoln's
swarm?
Sphere already.
Lincoln's is up, 18 minutes in. That tower gold, the swarm does latch. And Enigma does pop the Lincolns. They know the Lincolns is there now. The birds are here.
Birds.
There's going to be,
wow.
Tyrant. You got to be careful. Who's coming out the back? There's a hasted Nyx Assassin. There goes the Impale, actually hitting. It was blind as well.
Nice.
There goes the mana burn. Too much damage, and now Enigma getting killed by the birds and Magic Man. Bloodlock's the next on the list. He does have level. He has his ultimate, but he doesn't seem to have it off cooldown. And Magic Man does time lapse all the damage, and the shackle doesn't latch. M. Larger is still here playing a brilliant Nyx Assassin game. Vendetta's up in 6 seconds. Has he got his backup? His team abandoned him. Vendetta though, the Vendetta hit's going to be there. He's going to dive. No, he isn't. Windrunner. Too strong with the Windrun. And
running like the wind. Magic Man. Oh, and he dies anyway. Nature's Prophet TP's in. Well played by Ruby Phoenix, but Magic Man just making complete mileage out of this Lincoln Sphere. As soon as it goes off cooldown, he gets pretty much stunned and it procs the Lincoln Sphere again. And then he just waits until the Lincoln Sphere comes back up and then he goes back in. Really just calm, calculated play.
Do they have what it takes? Furion TP's out. Yeah, looks like they're just going to rotate mid. That Battle Fury is online on the Kunkka now, but you really wanted it about that 11-12 minute mark with free farm. Unfortunately.
Yeah, especially if you don't have phase boots. If you're going for a 20-minute Battle Fury, you need to get phase boots first. Maybe just getting the Perseverance and then building into something else, and then going for the Battle Fury is even okay on the Kunkka. Stun coming out mid lane. The tower falls.
It's the last outside tower.
Shadow Fiend actually sitting on a lot of HP, a lot of a lot of gold, but they smoke up immediately, back off.
They're going to rush.
Yeah, they're
Max
going to
efficiency.
rush.
Is Furion going to get there in time? He doesn't have his treants up, so no tanking like that. But I think they have enough damage. As Visage, yeah, Visage has a medallion and a mech now, so they have that
wow.
survivability.
Both medallion and mech.
Yeah, the line gets drawn though from blue. They smoke up as well.
Are
There's
they gonna
no
be faster?
sentries. Well, I think they got spotted by this ward that's been placed in here. So, yeah, they're going to get there in time though. But No Chance should know exactly what's happening, and that just got destroyed. There's a Demon Edge now on the Weaver.
Oh, the hook goes in.
Clock
but
actually hooks
this-
in, but that was...
Hook to death.
Yeah, that was just not the right thing to do. Hooking in when your team wasn't there. There's actually... Oh, the Impale. There's a Blink Dagger now on the next Assassin. He does have Vendetta up again, but the smoke... Yeah, the Invidious are retreating.
The
And
support's
Furin
on-
actually aggressively TP's in
Rich.
here. Are they going to set up a Torrent into boat? Here goes the Torrent. Oh no! The Shackle latches, but the Spike Carapace got put off right in time, and the Eternal Triangle is not as eternal as his name suggests.
Weaver starting to build towards an MKB now, so this Windrunner is going to be in a world of hurt. Not saying that he isn't already. He's in Pain Land on the side lane. Side lane.
There's a Blink Dagger as well on the Shadow Fiend. So much range and
Oh.
initiation.
Just all of these things to bridge the gap between them and the enemy. It means that they don't have to worry about this nuke damage.
And they do go high ground. First team to start hitting the tier 3 is Team No Chance. Amster tanking the tower though. Magic
Boda's on
Man.
cooldown.
Got to be hitting those, yeah, hitting that tower. Furion needs to get here soon. They really could have done a lot more damage to this tower if he was here. Pops the Lincolns with the X, I think. Yeah, X is on cooldown. Out goes the Astral Imprisonment. Just Turntail. Looks like they're just going to
really
siege this
needing-
mid lane.
Kanka's really needing this level 2 on X.
Oh, he does hit a Torrent on 2.
Oh,
The
the
clock hooks
cog!
in on 2. He didn't get his cogs off in time. Just gets destroyed, and there's a black hole, but it
What a
gets
black-
cancelled off.
It's
Too
not
much
enough.
damage. The Sanity's Eclipse was used, but the BKB was up and running.
Ultra,
Full.
no rampage,
Oh.
Insta stealing the kill.
Emster. The
Oh.
Sarge.
GG.
GG gets called. Too much damage at the end of the day. Clock couldn't get... I think he got Spike Carapace. He couldn't get his cogs off in time. If he had, that fight could have gone completely the other way. But, Twig, where did it all fall apart from this?
Kanka needed to pump faster, I think. He didn't get items that allowed him to be aggressive, and because of that, Team No Chance were like, sweet, let's be aggressive ourselves. You have to push out the lane with your Tidebringer and put yourself out of position, and that's exactly what happened. No Chance pretty much jumped on it with a Furion. They had a global presence, and the Shadow Fiend sat mid, had the support of the next Assassin on the early game, got that early advantage against the Outward Devourer, and there wasn't really much that they could do about it. You can see Outward Devourer sitting on 0-6 and only has 1 assist, so the impact of this OD didn't really actually happen. The Windrunner also 0-4 and 0, so some of the supports, well, I should say, some of the heroes for Invidious ended up being a bit of non-factor compared to No Chance, where all of their heroes were a problem.
Well, game 1 goes the way of No Chance. Big shout out to the sponsors, TT Esports and Southern Cross Dota, for hosting the event. This is Tondas, the caster, joined by Evil Twig. We're going to get into we'll get a lobby up for game 2 in a second. And please stick around, guys. Not going to be too long. And see you all soon.